Hey guys, Starseed Street is back. I don't know, I'm on fire this week. This is my first week of doing these readings for my channel, and I am just being called to continue to do these readings every day. I um I don't know, I'm just feeling it. I'm really starting to love this newfound energy that I'm having with my channel. I've had this channel for years, I believe since 2016, and I always wanted to just get started, and I never had the energy to do it. I always just sat on my butt, procrastinated, um, and just kept on pushing it off. I I always just wanted to get started. I even have an office. This is not my usual spot that I do readings. I have an office that I have all of my spirituality stuff in, all of my tarot, all of my oracle, all of my candles, all of my decks that I've created. I've created a couple of decks myself. Books, my crystals, my feathers, my altar is all in my office. But I don't know why sitting here in the morning when I have quiet time, it brings this newfound light to what I'm supposed to do. And I'm here again, my third reading this week. I know I haven't said it in the past 2 videos. If you haven't checked out those videos, go check them out. It'll really help my channel. Thank you. But please smash that like button, share, subscribe, help build my channel, please. This is a great place to be. I don't have that many subscribers yet because I'm still new to this, very true to this, but very new to the YouTube game. So please join the Old Soul Tribe. That's what I'm naming my tribe, Old Soul Tribe. I'm very much of an old soul. I feel like I've lived many lifetimes. I feel like I'm just now awakening to what's going on this lifetime. I feel that this lifetime I'm supposed to help people awaken to their true being, whoever they are inside. Not this skin, but their spirit. Who are you inside? I feel like my calling is to help you tap into that. Bring some type of inspiration, activation, meditation, initiative, whatever. Open up your third eye, help you understand what spirituality is, help you crack open your chakras so you can be aligned, be more balanced. Maybe even have a little fun from time to time. Talk about movies, talk about music, talk about different things that I like and I love to help you become more in tune with yourself, or more balanced, or I don't know, or just to share some camaraderie. Maybe you and I, we like the same things, and that's why you're drawn to my channel, drawn to these videos. Who knows? I love talking about conspiracy theories. I love talking about space, planets, universe. You see my NASA hoodie on. I love all things spiritual. I balance light and dark. I don't tap into dark things, even though people I know in my life think that I do. They think that what I do is witchcraft. And I'm not denying that this may be a form of the occult, because tarot and oracle is a part of the occult, but I don't tap into dark things because I do believe in karma. And I do believe that when you wish that upon people, humans, all that dark stuff, it comes right back to you. You don't know who they're protected by. You don't know who's on their spirit team. When you cast negative things upon people, their spirit guides, their archangels, their guardian angels, their ancestors, their passed on loved ones, whatever deity that they pray to and worship and believe is their higher power, they play tennis with that magic. You understand? Like, they actually find it enjoyable that you want to do these bippity boppity boo games with them, because they know that you don't know what you're doing. They know that you don't know who they are. So it's their job to show you. And I'm sure from time to time they get so bored, but when you start throwing that magic, that's when it's time to have fun. That's when it's time for them to get out their golden racket and start bop, bop, right back to you. So just be careful with that, throwing that witchcraft word around and, oh, she's a witch, or she's a demon, or she's the devil, or she's a dark one, a dark high priestess, high priest. Do you even know what you're talking about? You're just throwing these words out because you don't understand what I'm doing. I'm doing tarot and oracle because it's a tool that I use to connect to my higher power, to the only divine power. I use it to connect with God. I could use my mind, I could use my intuition to tap into what I need to know from God. But I use tarot to clarify things. So just because you don't understand it and you don't know how to use the cards, because when you lay out the cards, you don't know how to read them together. You don't know how to make sense of the images. You don't know how to channel. You don't have intuition. Just because you don't have these things and this knowledge doesn't mean that what people that do have it, that they're evil. So be careful with your words. I don't know why this is coming out. I feel that people need to hear that, whoever's watching my channel, or people need to say that to someone else. Maybe you don't know how to say that to these people that are throwing daggers at you, putting the 9 and 10 swords in your back, that's doing all the defamation, all the slander. Maybe you don't know how to put them in their place. You don't have to get loud. You don't have to yell. You don't have to do all this back and forth. You don't have to fight. But what you can do is you can defend yourself. You can fight for what's right for yourself. And if they don't understand it after that, well, that's their problem. That's not your business. You said what you had to say, and that's that. So with that being said, let's start this reading. We're 9.5 minutes in, and I'm still, going on. So I'm gonna start the read with this oracle card deck. I follow readers on YouTube, not a lot, because I've definitely narrowed it down. But the ones I really like to listen to, they use this Oracle card deck. And I find it so fascinating because I definitely connect with extraterrestrial life forms and conspiracy theories, and I honestly do believe that we are not alone. I honestly do believe that Earth is not the only planet that has life forms. How's that even possible? So you're telling me that out of all the planets, all the moons, in all the universe, and universes, because there's more than one, that we're the only life form? We're the only one that breathes, the only one that has eyes, can walk, can speak a language? That's weird. That's weird. I do have a question for someone. Let's see what's on the bottom. Fire. That's on the bottom of the deck. So it could be a fire sign, warrior, passion, fearlessness. This is what you're exhibiting. This is you in this picture. Through the fire, through the wall, I can't, it's too early in the morning, so I'm not even going to try. But anywho, this is you. You are just a beast, I'm hearing. People are throwing fire at you, they're throwing spells, they're throwing magic, they're throwing all types of jazz at you. But look at you. You are just allowing it to hit you, and what you're doing is you're alchemizing this into your own power. Number 33 could be significant. You could be born on the 30th, you could be born on the 3rd, you could be born in March. You could be seeing the number 3 or 30 everywhere. But you're taking this with stride. You don't care. You don't care about the fire that's coming out of people's mouths, calling you witch and the devil, and you doing that witchcraft, and that's why you got what you got, and that's why you're at where you're at, and that's why, you know, blah blah blah, and you're doing this to me, and whatever. You're like, okay, cool. Oh, okay, whatever. Like I was saying before I showed this card, I have a question. Here I go with the sniffles again. Anyway, this may be a weird or dumb question, but I don't believe any question is really dumb because there's a reason why you're asking it, right? But why is it that Earth doesn't rule a zodiac sign? How come every planet in our solar system rules a zodiac sign except for Earth? Is it because we live on Earth? Is it because we're Earthlings? So it doesn't apply? I mean, even some zodiac signs share the same planet. Like Libra and Taurus share Venus, right? So how come they couldn't split that? It'd be like, well, Taurus is an earth sign, so they're ruled by Earth, Mother Earth. And Libra is ruled by Venus. That's always been weird to me because there's 12 zodiac signs. So there's enough signs to, you know, share the wealth with the planets, but Earth is not used. That's weird, right? Am I the only one that's ever thought about that? All the planets are used except for Earth in the zodiac and astrology. Interesting to me. Anywho, I split the deck with the fire, You have Anunnaki. Look at that. Controlling, drama, conflict of interest. So this could be a fire sign that's trying to bring you drama and conflict because they don't understand what you're doing. You guys have your backs to each other because one believes this and the other believes this. And you guys just don't see eye to eye at all. One believes that the sun is all it is, and one believes that the moon is all there is. One believes that this is that, and this is this. One believes in spirituality, one believes in religion, and that the two don't collide. And just because, again, you don't understand what I do, doesn't mean that it's not real. Doesn't mean that it's for you, okay? I mean, I don't go around in your life and be like, okay, I don't understand what you're doing over here, so it's not right, it doesn't make sense, so stop what you're doing. And it's like, I don't do that to you. And I don't care about not having your support, but what I care about is you disrespecting me and disrespecting my name. You know, you don't have to like me. Not everybody in this world is going to like each other. We clearly see that with wars, right? But what I do want is for you to respect what I'm doing, because it's not bothering you. It doesn't prevent you from paying your bills. It doesn't prevent you from eating. It doesn't prevent you from breathing. I'm just doing what I'm doing. I'm doing what I'd like. I do what I do because I like what I like. And if you don't like it, okay, great. It's not you. It is not for you. Go about your business. Move along. Move along. Right? Okay, Father God, let's see. What's a couple of messages for today? Yesterday was so beautiful. I went out for a walk and a snake stopped me in my tracks. It was side winding and everything. I'm like, Lord, what in the hell? The grays, the tall grays. I don't know if you could read that. I am using my phone because, again, I'm just starting this channel, so the phone is going to be my camera until I could get what I'm supposed to get for this channel. It's in reverse. Let's see. Utilitarian, organized, intimidating, in reverse. So, again, it could be a fire sign that's giving off tall gray energy, trying to intimidate you because they don't understand what you're doing. They're trying to invoke fear tactics because they don't understand what you're doing. They're trying to hold you back, stop you in your tracks, stop your abundance, stop what any typical bully wants to do when they see someone in their power. Excuse me. Wow, that's a spiritual bird. Someone's trying to close up my throat chakra. Trying to distract me, trying to stop what I'm doing by distracting me. No. Lyrans. So you have number 10 with the tall grays, and now you have number 11. Lyrans. It looks like a lion. Strength, courage, bravery. And this is in the upright. So I feel like the Holy Spirit or the universe is telling you, have strength. Continue to do what you're doing. Don't mind all these negative Nancys, these petty Bettys, all these people out here that's trying to sway you off your course. But the snake, that snake wanted me to either take another route, wanted me to stop from going the way I was going, wanted me to turn around. I just simply walked around it. It wasn't going to do nothing to me. Yeah, I jumped like, oh, but it's a snake. It's a reptile. I'm not used to seeing reptilians on my walks. Not in the reptilian form, you know? If reptilian comes out, because reptilian's in this deck, I'm going to be like, what? This one has come out. Syrians, number 19. 1 plus 9 is 10. Completion. And it has B in parentheses. I'm not sure what that means. Responsibilities, lessons, growing up. Exactly. I stated before I'm in my 30s. I'm not going to tell you my age yet. In the future I will. I'll get more personal as I go. But that's exactly what I'm doing. Because like I said before, when you're in your 30s, a whole bunch of stuff starts happening to you. A whole bunch of stuff starts happening, man. You start realizing that a lot of things that you thought isn't. It doesn't make sense anymore. It's like 2 plus 2 is not 5, it's 4. You thought before that you knew everything. You don't. Not even people in their 50s, 60s, 70s know everything. They're still learning. You don't even understand that until you are about to pop into that type of grown-up adulthood. It's like the 20s adulthood is nothing like the 30s adulthood. And then when you start entering the 40s adulthood, there's nothing like that either. You don't know what that's like until you get in it. Like any situation, you don't know what it's like until you in it. And with like being in your 20s, you look at 30s like, oh, you know, that's nothing. That's the decade that you're supposed to get serious about life or relationships, have babies, and get married. And if you don't have a house or a car, what you doing and stuff. It's like when you get in the 30s and you don't have all that, you really start waking up like, is that really what I need? Or what am I doing? You know, all this partying and doing all that, your body starts to slow down because you're getting older. So you really start to think like, I need to really start to mentally grow up. That's what I didn't start my spiritual journey until my mom passed. My mom passed when I was 32, turning 33. So my 33rd year of life, I call that my Jesus year, I started to awaken. Because when you lose a parent, especially one that you're close to, that really, really messes you up. It stops you in your tracks. It keeps you frozen for a long time because you really lose a sense of yourself. You lose your identity for a long time. When you grieve someone like that, you don't even know what grieving is because you never experienced something like that before. It like shook my world. It turned it upside down and then back over and then back upside down. Not to mention that I'm in a marriage. So, like, how can I be married and go through this grieving like I couldn't even be a proper wife. It was horrible, man. I was so depressed. It was so bad. But what it did do, it really helped me tap into my spirituality. It really helped me tap into my power with God. If it wasn't for God, I would still be in that dead funk. That was a bad spot. I always felt like there was gray clouds following me. There was nothing but storms happening all over me. It was so bad. But God brought me out of that. I could have turned against God. I could have been like, why did you take her? She was young. She wasn't in her 80s, 90s, 100s. She was in her 60s when she passed. Like, why did you take her before I even had any type of seriousness in my life? I just started my marriage. I didn't have any children. Before I got to experience any type of life like that, you just took her. And God was like, I took my angel back home. That's what I did. It was time for her to go. Now it's time for you to live. Now you're free. Now you start to live your life. And you start to find out what that means. And I'm like, God, I don't know what that means. Because I don't know what it means to be here without her. God was like, that's up for you to find out. Not for her. She doesn't define you. You define you. I made you in my likeness, not in hers. She's my child too, just like you are my child. I'll always be here for you, just like I'm always here for her. I took her home. You still have life to live, so I'm not taking you yet. So the life that you have, make it a good one. And stop being sad. Stop. Get up, because every day is a blessing, every day is a gift, and you start to live your life. And when I started to hear God talk to me, I started to grow up. I stopped being a kid. I stopped saying, oh, my mama. I stopped. Yes, you still cry. Yes, you still are sad about your parent passing. But you have to start being your own parent to yourself, if that makes sense. From that moment on, I had to start healing a lot of the wounds that I've always had in myself. I had to be the mother and the father to myself. I had to be the parent, the guardian, the savior, all of that to myself, because God was strengthening my spirit to do that. I don't know why, but for some odd reason, I couldn't do that. I couldn't do any of that with my mom alive. And maybe God knew that. I don't know. But as soon as I realized that, I started to truly grow up. Again, I'm not trying to cuss on here, but I did. A lot of people still don't understand what I'm doing, and they still don't understand why I'm changing and why I'm not the same person I used to be, and why I'm moving differently, moving in silence, talking differently, walking differently. People are still in their own mindset, mind frame. People that are still living as a kid, comfortable in that state of mind. Just because you're of an adult age doesn't make you grown, okay? People out here in their upper 30s, 40s, 50s still acting like children because they're comfortable that way. Nah, I ain't doing that. I ain't doing that. The next deck I'm going to use is the Gateway of Life Activation Oracle. Gateway of Light Activation. I said life before. That's interesting. Okay. Bottom of the deck, Stellar Gateway Activation. Look at that image. This is a portal. And it looks like these are pyramids. And I am highly, highly connected to my Egyptian ancestry. I don't know if I am. I don't know if I have an Egyptian bloodline, an actual physical human Egyptian bloodline. But for some odd reason, ever since I started tapping into my spirituality, the bloodline I connect closest to and mostly with is my Egyptian bloodline. And I feel like every time my third eye cracks open, I start to tap into whoever I was when I was an Egyptian, either pharaoh or god or goddess. I tap into that. And the dream that I always have, I'm sitting on my throne. I'm in one of my temples or one of my palaces in Egypt. And I am seeing incense burning, and they smell beautifully. They smell so good. That's why I love the incense that I use. It's called Ancient Times. I'll show you the box in a later reading. But it really helps me tap into what incense possibly smelled like back then. And it smells so familiar to me. And in the visions, I see people passing by in front of me, like waving the big leaf fans to cool me off, and the incense is blowing in the air. And in the distance, I see nothing but pyramids and sand and other temples, other Sphinx statues. Is beautiful. And I'm like, I must have been Egyptian. I must have been someone of high ranking. I'm not sure if I was a pharaoh or if I was someone high ranking. But I always have a really good connection to Nefertiti. I don't know about Cleopatra. Sometimes I do when I see documentaries about her. I believe there's another female pharaoh. Her name was Hatshepsut. And forgive me if I'm mispronouncing her name. I know that a lot of the female Egyptian goddesses I do connect with. Isis, Hathor, those two I definitely connect with. Those are the main ones I connect with. Hathor has the image of the cow, the motherly instincts. I believe that she taps into me when I'm trying to bring out my motherly instincts for many reasons. My nurturing instincts, my upkeep of the household, keeping things organized in check. I believe that I tap into my Isis energy when I need to tap into my female warrior, divine, feminine energy. Okay, Holy Spirit. There's some cards. I definitely believe in past lives. I don't know how many past lives I've ever lived, but it's been quite a few. And I know that I'm an old soul. I go back. Because if I identify with Isis and Hathor, I know that's ancient. That's well before Jesus. That's well before Cleopatra even. Well before many civilizations. Egyptian civilization is one of the oldest civilizations. When people found the hieroglyphics on the walls in Egypt, people couldn't even understand them. They never seen anything like it. People still don't understand. I find it fascinating that people want to open up tombs in Egypt like that's their business. I find it so disrespectful. I've always found it disrespectful that people want to open up tombs and burials. That's so disrespectful. And you don't even know if since the beginning of all that, if people have been unleashing all these curses upon earth. When that man opened up King Tut's tomb, that could have been a curse that was unleashed, for all we know. Just because you don't see it, just because you don't feel it. I mean, it's like, what are you doing, y'all? How would you feel if people were opening up your gravesite without your permission from years to come because they wanted to look at your body? Because they find it so fascinating that people buried bodies back in the day. We could be so far in the future where cemeteries are a thing of the past, and then people come across a cemetery and are like, oh, let me dig up this body. Let me see what it looks like. And it's your body? And it's without your permission? It's like, what are you doing here? Like, this is disrespectful. Bottom of the deck. In reverse. What's it say? Lemurian seed codes. Embracing sensitivity, uniqueness, living with grace. In reverse. So I'm not sure. Let me read these cards. Maybe we'll get some kind of clarity. First card I have is Temple of Truth. Look at that image. It's beautiful. It says throat chakra, authenticity, self-expression. This is your throat chakra opening up and allowing you to speak your truth. Letting it flow out. The gateways are opening now for you to start speaking what you feel, how you feel. Times are changing. Times are changing from you hiding underneath a rock and being scared to speak how you feel and be who you are. Be who you are. Talk it. Don't be afraid about what people are going to say and what people think. Who cares? They have no power over you. They have no rank in your life. Okay? They don't control how you breathe. Who cares what they think? So, who are you? Well, I don't think you should do that. Says who? You? Well, I'm sorry. I don't live my life according to you. You're not my God. And you're not a God. So step aside. You don't have superiority. You don't have authority. You don't have power. You don't have rank. And you don't have clearance in my life to tell me what to do and what I should be doing and what I need to say. I'm going to say what I say. I'm going to do what I do. And that is that on that. And if you don't like it, well, you can simply just, again, keep it moving. Turn around and go the other way. I don't understand why it's so hard for people to do that nowadays. It's like, if you don't agree with what they want you to say or what they're doing or whatever, then what you're doing is wrong and you should be punished and you should be ostracized and cast aside and all that. Why can't I just be my individual self? Why can't you be you and you like what you like and I be me and I like what I like? How come I have to like what you like? And if I don't like what you like, then I'm weird or weirdo or stupid or evil. Next card. Arcturian light codes. Arcturian light codes. Evolutionary downloads. Recalling power. Future thinking. Claim your power back by opening up your throat chakra. Call your power back. Say, I call my power back. I call my power back from anyone who has taken my power. I call my power back. And then you'll start to realize that you have your own power and you can start moving differently. And the way you start moving differently is going to pave the way to how you move in the future. You're not going to be the same anymore when you start moving differently. And people are going to start seeing that, and sooner or later, they're going to realize that, and they're going to know that's what it is. They could keep on till they're blue in the face. They could keep on trying to block you and all that. But eventually, I'm hearing, they're going to realize that it doesn't work. When you start claiming your power back, when you start having your downloads, because now you're releasing all the people and energies that don't serve you anymore. So now you're claiming your power back and you're having more space for your own energy and you're having more one-on-one time with your divine power, with your divine deity, whoever you pray to. I pray to God. God is going to start realizing that you're ready and giving you the downloads you need to keep moving into your purpose. Giving you the light codes that you need to work in the light, because you were lost in the tall grass for the longest. Maybe you are from the Arcturian being species. Maybe you're from that bloodline. And then the last card from this deck is Earth Star activation in reverse. Anchoring, grounded action, Isis energy. Wow. In reverse. You need to do what these cards said first in order for you to tap into this energy. Because now you are in reverse. You're starting to wake up. You're starting to grow up. You're starting to talk up. You're starting to defend yourself. You're starting to realize that I'm an individual and I am who I am. And who are these people? You're starting to get stronger. You're starting to have strength. You're starting to realize that no one can intimidate me. I am learning the lessons from long before. Things are starting to make sense. And when you start calling back your power and gaining your power back, then this is simply going to turn around and you're going to start embracing that Isis energy. And I mentioned her before in this read. I tap into Isis energy for my divine feminine energy. And when you tap into this energy and when you become more grounded, it's going to be a different feeling that you never felt before. The strength in your spirit is going to be out of this world. It's going to be astounding. You're going to feel so good. Trust me. I know. I felt like a little sheep before I started to awaken, before I started to realize what I was doing. But now I'm starting to really feel like I'm a full-blown lioness in this. I'm trying not to curse. I don't want to say curse. I said that in my first video. Cursing and cussing are two different things. When you curse somebody, you don't even have to use a bad word. You could just use words, right? But when you cuss, that's all those words that get flagged. So I'm trying not to cuss, all right? So before, with the embracing sensitivity, uniqueness, living with grace, that's in reverse. So now I understand. When you start to embrace all this energy that we have talked about in this reading so far, living with grace, uniqueness, because you are your own person, you'll start to realize you're your own person. And that reversal is going to definitely get into the upright position. You're going to become this beautiful crystal energy. This has reminded me of Star Wars, when a Jedi finds the crystal that they need to put into their lightsaber in order for their lightsaber to work. You're going to start finding who you are. You're going to tap into who you are, and then you'll be ready to find the crystal that you need to put into your lightsaber so you can start using the light within you. You can start using the force within you. If you are not familiar with Star Wars, you need to get familiar, because I'm going to be talking about Star Wars on this channel. I love Star Wars. I love Star Wars. It's such a spiritual stories, because it's Star Wars, the whole series, is all it's about is balance. The whole thing, light and dark. If you could balance light and dark, you're all good. If you can't, that's when you start to see all the chaos and all the wars and all the empire against the rebels and all that. You know, love is what keeps you balanced in Star Wars. Sorry for all the shaking. Anyway, enough about Star Wars. I know it's hard to believe. A lot of people don't know about Star Wars and they don't like it or they don't watch it. So that's okay. I didn't start watching it until I met my husband. My husband's a huge Star Wars fan. And I didn't get it until he was like, you know, why don't you pop a squat? Why don't you have a seat and let me introduce you to this? And I started watching it and I'm like, wow, this is really great. This is just a really good movies. First card from this deck, the last deck that I'm using, the Magician and the Mirror. Now there's a, now you can see the shadow of the phone, but it's in the reverse position, right? I feel that someone is trying to, I feel like someone is trying to get you to not see yourself. Someone's using some type of magic. Could be mirror magic. They could be spying on you through the mirrors. They could be tapping into some type of beauty spells or glamour spells, or trying to morph the way that you see yourself, that you're not strong. Okay, this is why this download I just got. Someone is trying to get you to whatever affirmations that you tell yourself in the mirror. If you talk to yourself in the mirror, I am strong, I am powerful. I am fearless. I am beautiful. I am one with the Lord. I am a lioness. Hear me roar. They're trying to get you to think the opposite. They're trying to, like, as soon as you say, I'm fearless, they try to invoke fear in your spirit. It's like they're saying, if this person gives affirmations in the mirror, I want them to feel the opposite. It's like they're saying, mirror, mirror on the wall. If this person says an affirmation, make them fall. That type of thing. That's some weird sugar honey iced tea right there. People going that hard because they want to see you fail. Okay? Angel balance in reverse. And then the fourth chakra, which is Archangel Raphael. Raphael is of love. Okay? You have your crown, you have your third eye, you have your throat, and then you have your heart chakra. Is your fourth chakra. So they're trying to keep you imbalanced and close off your heart chakra. They don't want you to tap into being this newfound, peaceful, balanced, loving light worker. They want you to become just as imbalanced as they are because they don't understand what they're doing. They don't understand their life. They're lost in the woods with no light in sight. It's so dark. No animals. They want you to be just as lost as they are. They don't want you to be talking about Star Wars. They don't even know what Star Wars is. They probably laugh at it. They don't even understand that it's about balance. They probably think it's just about some people in space, some made up crap, lightsabers. What's that? Spaceships. Okay, like they don't get the jazz. They don't get it. They don't get chakras. They don't understand what that is. Like, what is that? They don't even understand archangels. They don't believe in that. They believe that, oh, you mean Archangel Michael and Archangel Gabriel? Oh, yeah, because there's movies about those angels, right? There's Michael with John Travolta, and then there's Gabriel, that prophecy movie back in the day where Christopher Walken, he was Archangel Gabriel, but he was a mean one. He was the a-hole. I know those ones. Okay, but there are other angels and they control your chakras and how you behave, and people just don't understand what that is. They don't want you to even believe in all that. They want you to be closed off, all tied up in reverse. They want you to be all tied up. They want you to be like Eight of Swords. They want you to be, this is in the world of worlds, in a perfect world, this is what they want you to do. They want you to be tied up somewhere quiet, in somewhere by yourself. You being in solitude, you being by yourself, that's great for them if you're depressed and you don't know what you're doing and you don't want to be around people, you don't want to talk to people, you're casting people to the wind, to aside. You're feeling bound. You come out when they say come out because they could cheer you up and they're your only source of joy. That's what they want. That's not what you're doing. This is why this is in reverse, because all this magic that they're doing with the mirror and have them feel this way and have them feel that way, it's not working. God is on my side. God is rebuking and repelling all that ish. Return to sender. All of that. And this is why you feel ugly. This is why you feel like you look ugly when you look in the mirror. This is why you think that I'm doing magic on you, because you don't believe in karma. You think that I should be all tied up? Well, this is why your life is all tied up. This is why you feel like you have all these obstacles and responsibilities and no freedom. This is what you wished on me, right? It's coming right back to you. This is why, going back to the beginning of my video, you need to watch what you say, because it comes right back to you. And there's a lot of people that don't even believe in karma out here. They say that they're spiritual, they say that they're about this life, but they don't even believe in karma. Weird. And you calling me weird. Okay. And the last card. The Sun in reverse. This is what they want for you. They don't want no sun in your life. They don't want anything illuminating your life. They want you, again, they want you in that dark forest with them. That's where they live, with no animals, no light in sight. That's what they want. That's where they are. Because I'm hearing, because they're of the dark. They don't know how to balance themselves. They wanted you and your energy to balance them. They don't know how to balance anything. They probably couldn't even walk a straight line correctly. You're in the light. That's you, basking in the sunshine, praising God, whatever you believe in. You are just loving your life, and you're blessed and highly favored, highly protected, covered with the blood. All of your angels are watching over you. All of your angels are protecting you. All of your ancestors, your passed on loved ones, the archangels. You are gravy. You are full of abundance. You're bathing in this beautiful golden bowl of beautiful water with flowers in there. That's the light that you give off. That's the energy that you give off. And they hate this. They want to be that. They want to be seen as that. When people see you, this is what they see. Even if you don't look it, this is the energy that you give off. Even if you don't feel it, this is the energy you give off. You may not feel this energy, but everyone else does. Don't deny it. You know you feel it. You know it like Yoda. You know this to be true. That's not even Yoda. But I feel like that's Yoda. Oh, Lord mercy. You know, I wish that everyone in this world can have the balance that they need to be happy and feel the energy that we feel. Us familiar spirits, light workers, spiritualists of the light. You know, I wish that they could understand how we balance ourselves. But they have to go through the work. They have to do the work. It's not easy, baby. It is not easy. You think that everything comes so easy for us? It doesn't. It doesn't. It's hard work. Hard. But if you keep the faith, if you keep going, if you keep waking up, if you keep believing that you're going to be whole again, after feeling so empty after all these years, if you keep just digging for the truth, you're going to find it. You just got to keep the faith, keep it strong, and be strong. I got to go. It's almost an hour. Peace out for you guys. Please like, share, and subscribe. Join the Old Soul Tribe. Until next time, peace.